Hello, Powerhouse Smart friends and colleagues. We are here for episode 10 of the Powerhouse Cool Collabs. And this is kind of a second generation of this discussion on what just transpired in Naples, Southwest Florida, at the Naples Luxury Conference. So today I have dual guests. They're both going to share some really interesting and exciting information. So I'm going to have them both introduce themselves, and then we're going to ask a few questions and share about their experience at the Naples Luxury Conference. But let me give you a little sneak peek of what happened. We decided that, and we always have a charity benefactor, mostly at all of our events, but for sure at our luxury conferences that are in key cities. So Naples was just recently in February of 2025, and then the next one will be in Chicago, the 9th annual luxury conference of Chicago, November 5th, 2025. So we always want to give back because, we're so fortunate that we live in a community where we get to be surrounded by beauty and we get to help people achieve what would be a dream for most of them, designing and building, luxury properties, homes and commercial properties. And so we decided that this time we would have an artist create a live painting. And in this case, we interviewed and selected the beautiful Michelle Gorga. And you're going to learn about who she is briefly. And she actually started with a blank canvas, quite a large canvas, 60 inches by 48 inches. So you can imagine, for those of us in the design world, that's a beautiful key piece you would put in a room and would be the signature piece. So Michelle started with a white canvas at Walter E. Smith, where they were our host for the conference. And by the end of the day, at about 7 o'clock, we did a raffle. There were other raffle prizes, but Michelle's piece was the key and just such an unbelievable opportunity for raffle winners. And we unveiled by turning around the piece that she had been painting, and the room went quiet and in awe. Just such a stunning original art. And then we selected the raffle winner. And the winner is with us today. She owns and operates her own interior design firm. So perfect, right? Everything comes together, music to our ears. So what I'm going to do is let Michelle Gorga start by telling us a little about her and her artistic world. Michelle, please tell us about yourself.
Thank you, Wendy. It's a pleasure to be here. And hi, Diane. It's good to see you again.
Hi, Michelle.
So I paint peace and possibility on large scale canvas for cottages to castles in the sky. And it was an honor to be invited to the event. Thank you, Wendy, for having me. And I was so excited to get the invite, and it's a pleasure to be here again today. Thank you.
Wonderful. So Michelle, it was you and I didn't really know each other 6 months ago, but since then we've become fast friends and intimately know each other's lives and take care of helping each other. And I learned so much about you. You really have such an amazing story, and I'm just thrilled that this is just the beginning because we're going to do lots of other things together. Real quick before we turn it over and we learn about Diane, has anything transpired about other people reaching out to you after meeting you at the Naples Luxury Conference? New colleagues?
Oh my gosh. Actually, I had a meeting with West Edge, your colleague in California, regarding the event in November, the Chicago event in November. And oh my gosh. And Diane and I discussed a potential opportunity with her penthouse client for next year, maybe. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking of the different unfoldings, if you will, in the conversations that I've had since I met you, and it just continues to grow. Thank you.
And that is exactly why we do what we do. We just love that, and we want to keep hearing that. And you and I will stay in close contact. So that's wonderful. So Diane, so nice to have you in my network and my family now. So please share with us you and everything you do.
Well, the pleasure is all mine. It was lovely meeting you, Wendy, and Michelle has come into my life, has been like this little extra angel. I am Diane Torrisi. I have a design studio here in Bonita Springs, in downtown Bonita, where it's all fun and everybody's flocking to. Um, this is a second career for me. I actually went back to design school at the age of 48, and I have not looked back. I have loved every minute of it. It was the best decision I ever made. Funnily enough, I have never, ever won anything in my entire life.
That's the best.
I bought the raffle tickets. I splurged on them because I absolutely wanted a chance that, I didn't think I had to win whatever Michelle was making, because I saw her in the background working feverishly. And when I won, I mean, I could not believe it. And I have been so, so, so pleased. I actually work with another designer here in my studio, and he's like, you cannot take this home yet. You have to leave it in the studio so people can see it. And everyone who walks in stops and it has to say something about it. And everyone loves it. They better love it, because otherwise, but it is a fabulous piece. It's huge. I'm not sure I can get it into my little Kia to take it home, but for the moment, it has a very honorable place in the studio so everyone can see it when they visit.
Wow. Wow. That's wonderful. So I do want to mention that the raffle tickets, all of the proceeds went to the nonprofit David Lawrence Centers, and they specialize in serving all of Collier County and beyond with mental health and behavioral services. So the money went to an amazing cause. But I love the fact, and so we had a preview podcast with David Lawrence Centers and Michelle. And so you can watch that and learn about the charity as well. So,
Mhm.
Diane, you started your business as a second career. So, are you living like every day, like pinching yourself or what?
Oh, absolutely. I can't wait for Monday morning.
Oh,
I mean, I know it sounds a little cliche and maybe a little cheesy, but I really, really love what I do. I look forward to, I just want to make things more beautiful for people. I love meeting my clients. I love working with them. Some of them become friends, as we all know in everything we do. You do sometimes have that connection with people, which is absolutely a gift, and a gift from the universe. And yes, it's I am in the right place for it as well. I mean, Naples and Bonita, but I love the small town feel of downtown Bonita.
yeah.
It just feeds my soul.
Yeah,
And I live
absolutely.
here too. I live 6 minutes away, so yeah, I hate community traveling. So this is wonderful.
Yeah, we've loved everyone that we have now added to our network and our community in Naples, Southwest Florida. It's just been like a breath of fresh air. Everyone's
Good.
really just, yeah,
Mm.
amazing. And so I see you won a best of. Congratulations.
Oh, yes, that was in, I think, 2022, Best of Gulf Shore Life. There's a couple of things. I actually, it's another designer friend of mine that said, you have all these accolades and these pride, you need to show them. Because I
Yeah.
was being a little bit more, I'm like, I don't want to brag about it, but it's nice. It is absolutely very nice to have these awards and have them, be recognized and have them in the background there. With,
Yeah,
of course, the best thing is a picture of my granddaughter.
absolutely.
My very
Totally
first grandchild. Yes.
right there with you. And you know what? The accolades just are a reinforcement that you're exactly where you're supposed to be, right?
Well said.
Yeah. So tell us, where do you think you might place this magnificent piece?
It will go in a living room somewhere when I find, and I will put things, I do have some things hanging on the wall right now. They will have to be moved, but I don't see it going to my house anytime too soon, because it has really sort of, found its space here and it's part of the family.
Okay, that's wonderful. And I understand getting it to you was a little bit of a challenge. Yeah, what
Yeah.
happened? What happened?
Well, Michelle, thank God, had a big car. Because I have a Kia Soul in it, which is kind of boxy, and you can definitely get a lot in there. I've surprised people, but it might have been a challenge. It is a big piece, and I love a big piece of art. And an original piece of art is just, I think once you start buying original art, you just keep going, because there's nothing more satisfying.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, that's wonderful. So, Michelle, tell us, about your living with an attitude of gratitude. And I'm going to find this piece to share if you don't mind while you talk.
So when you ask that question, the first thing I think of is my grandmother, who was the woman, the mother, if you will, in my world. And it was not, it was a way of life to simply give for the sake of giving. She did things like keeping her church afloat when they were struggling in my little tiny town, to whatever organization showed up at the door. She took her checkbook out. She wasn't afraid to give. And I think I inherited that from her. And I believe that we can all give, whether it's time, money, product, something. There's always something that we can give. And the fastest way to feel amazing for anybody is to do something philanthropic.
Oh,
Mhm.
absolutely, absolutely. It's so interesting because I didn't know you real well yet. And I asked you to do a live painting, having no idea, and the value was just under $7,000. And you so graciously, Michelle, said yes right away. And it filled my heart. And I just knew I was in the right place. So the photo I'm showing you here is when we actually selected Diane's raffle ticket. And so, Diane, you were sitting next to your friends and they're laughing like, I can't believe it. So,
Oh, because I had just said to her that I've never won anything, and I really, really wanted to win that. And then when you read out the number, I whispered, I said, "That's me," and we couldn't believe it. Oh,
I
yes, they
love
were
it.
happy for me, as you can see, her beautiful face. Yes.
Yes. Oh, that's wonderful. And then this is actually, I love this picture because look at Michelle. She's so proud, like, ta-da. And where we had just announced all the other, selections, and this was, of course, the whole reason why people were waiting till the end of the evening. And there you are next to the piece. Look at that piece. That is magnificent, Michelle.
Yeah, and the
Really.
colors don't do it justice. I mean, it's actually much bolder,
Yeah.
or they're more. There's more luminosity when you see it in real life.
Absolutely. And so then there's Michelle and you now fast friends. And it's just
Mm.
this is just one of those lovely stories that is what we hope to have every day in our life, right? Where we
Yeah.
can come together, grow together, build new relationships, and then the giving keeps coming back and forwards and all paying it forward, right?
It's important for designers to have relationships with artists, local artists. I love to promote locally, so in any way, shape, or form. So yes, it's really important.
Wonderful. So we're having another event in Naples, Southwest Florida. It'll be a smaller event. We'll probably do 3 or 4 quarterly events. I know Michelle already told me she would be my powerhouse greeter at the door because she's already made so many beautiful relationships. And of course, Diane, I might even have you I understood you've had your own podcast in the past. So you,
That's correct. That's correct. Yes, tastefully yours,
oh,
which I enjoyed very much. But as you know, it's very time consuming. But yes, anything I can do to help you organize, let me know.
okay, well, you're definitely part of our Powerhouse Smart community. We love to have you, and I hope to see you or I hope to see all the excitement that happens in the next event, and then this penthouse project that you and Michelle might work on
Mhm.
going forward. That'll be awesome. Michelle, any closing words here? I know you and I are going to be very tightly attached at the hip. How's that?
I just want to say thanks, Diane, for being the person that was the winner, and you are a winner. And thanks to Patrick also for loving the work as well. It was a pleasure to meet him as well at your studio, and I really, really had a great time. It was so many different pieces and parts, and in the earlier, if you see the earlier podcast, Wendy refers to the conference as a love fest, and we all kind of chuckled, but it really is I mean, everybody was laughing and having fun, and it was really an amazing event. So for those people who are watching it or watching this podcast, if you haven't participated or gotten involved, I would encourage you to do so because Wendy is a rock star. Thank
Oh,
you.
thank you. Thank you so much, Michelle. And I'm so glad that you're boots on the ground for us in Naples as we have more events. And then you mentioned you're going to come to Chicago for the 9th Annual Chicago Luxury Conference. We started Powerhouse Smart when I opened up the company 19 years ago, and this is our 9th conference in Chicago. So what you saw in Naples, Diane and Michelle, you're going to see exponentially. So it'll be a great event. And Diane, I seriously would consider anybody flying in if you want to expand your business and meet other colleagues that are like-minded as you are. And then West Edge Design Fair, Michelle, that's in Southern California. That's another part of what we do in Powerhouse Smart. That's actually where I am today in Southern California. Megan Riley's the co-founder. They have 10,000 people that come to West Edge Design Fair over 3 days. So we do a preview event, 100 luxury industry professionals, all builders, architects, interior designers, landscape architects, as you saw in Naples. We get a pre-tour before it opens to the public, and then we roll right into their charity opening night reception. And so, Michelle, if you decide to come in, you're welcome to stay with us. But if you decide to come in, I promise you, if you even have anything on display, talk about growing your business. And everything they do in West Edge is design related. So it's all of everything in the industry, including art and wallpaper and lighting, and you just name it. So I can't stress enough, if you were going to come and dip your toe into what we do in the Southern California area, that would be an event to come in for. So without further ado, ladies, I want to just give you my incredible gratitude. Thank you so much for helping us give back and help humanity, for putting your faith and support in coming to our events, and for just being who you are and helping us live every day to the fullest and an attitude of gratitude. So thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank
you
you.
very much, Wendy.
Thanks, Diane. Good to
And
see you again. Bye.
All the links to reach Diane and to reach Michelle will be here below, as well as a transcript of this. So for all my viewers here today, it's all about sharing and giving without expecting anything in return. And that's exactly who these two women are, and hope to see you very soon. Thank you.
Thank you.